You're listening to Scariff Bay Community Radio, and this is Around the Parishes, the programme where we go all over East Clare every week to find out what's happening in all the different areas. This week we're in Scariff, and I'm delighted to be joined here in studio by our correspondent in Scariff, Marie McNamara. Marie, good afternoon to you.
Afternoon, Jim.
Marie, I suppose one of the things that has dominated the last week in Scariff, and a very sad event, is the passing of Sean Brogan. And I suppose we're here in our studio today, and our studio is in the premises of Scariff GA Club, in the clubhouse, and he was the chairman.
Exactly.
So it's a sad day for everybody in Scariff.
Oh, it is. And I think, it was great testament to Sean and all the things that he's involved in. Any of us that were at the funeral over the weekend, it was a huge funeral. You had people from the political side, you had obviously a lot of GA people from the agricultural side, from his work with Waterworks Clare County Council. It was just such a wonderful funeral for anybody to witness, and I'm sure he's up there looking down saying, oh my God, I would never have expected this. It was a great, people in Scariff should be very, very proud, and he was led by the lone piper from the Tulla Pipers, Des O'Halloran from Tulla, who I think would work with him as well. And his coffin was carried down to the GA field in Scariff. There was a bit of a get together here after the funeral on Sunday evening. We were just talking about it there off air, and it was just lovely. But he deserved it, and as you say, we have a lot to thank him for Scariff Bay Community Radio, because he was chairperson of Scariff GA, and they've allowed us to use this space, as you've mentioned. But it was just young and old. I mean, the National School children were down there in their green jerseys as well for a guard of honour as the funeral left the church on Monday. It was fantastic to witness, very, very sad, very sudden, but, I think everybody did him proud. And
as you say, funerals are sad, and by their very nature, and he will be sorely missed. But there was a great air of laughing and smiling and reminiscing and remembering, the various things that he got up to, things he used to say.
And good and bad.
Good and bad. But I mean, there was it was a celebration of his life.
It was, absolutely. And as you know, people, 4 or 5 people from the parish and the different organisations he was involved in went to the altar and said a few words, and some of his family. And it was all, you could laugh and you could cry at both at the same time, because it was just lovely. Everyone has wonderful stories to tell of Sean, from his school days, national school, secondary school, his working life, everything. Nobody had a bad word to say about Sean, and he will be sorely missed.
He would indeed. Well, may he rest in peace. And
absolutely.
His memory will live long here around Scariff GA and in East Clare generally.
Definitely.
Now, a cake sale, Marie.
Yes, and I'm sure if poor Sean was here, he would love to have been at this cake sale,
he would,
because
for sure.
He loved his cake. The Connacht Road, the very hard-working residents in the Residents Association in the Connacht Road Estate, Gym, they're having a fundraising cake sale on Friday the 3rd of June at 10 a.m. in the square. Now, as we've spoken to these ladies before, you've Tracy, you've Anne, you've Mary, and of course Mary had her hip done. We'll give her a shout out recently, and she's flying it. She was saying a lot of the grants have stopped that all of these resident associations used to help. They used to be able to draw down to help them keep their area lovely, and that area is a testament to them. It's absolutely beautiful. They have lovely pots. They're out planting them, and
vegetable area as well.
They have a lovely seating area. It's just beautiful.
They have a lovely Christmas tree up there every Christmas.
It's just fantastic. For a small group of people, it's fantastic. So cake sale that morning, Friday, June the 10th or June the 3rd at 10 a.m. in the square, and there'll also be a raffle as well. So please support. They'll only be delighted. I'm sure if you want to bring a cake, or if you want to buy a cake, or just support it with the raffle, they'll be absolutely delighted. So Friday 3rd of June from 10 a.m. in the square.
Great. Well, actually, I was driving past yesterday, and which brings on to our next item, and I saw somebody from the residents there in the Connacht Road out picking up papers and bagging them and everything. So, and just our Tidy Towns committee here in Scariff are very busy at the moment.
Of course, again, a very hard-working committee. They have started the 6-week clean-up challenge. It started last week, 23rd of May, and it's going on until the 27th of June. Every Monday evening between 7 and 8 p.m. They meet in the square around the market house, just rock up. It's for the summer season, of course, to get everything ready, and the Tidy Towns inspection, of course, will be happening as well. So if you have a hoe, or if you have a little trowel or anything, hedge clippers, anything, just come along, bring it. As far as I'm aware, they provide gloves, I think, and if not, most of us have gardening gloves at home or whatever. Bring it, and you don't have to be living in the town. Now, I suppose they are hoping that some more of the people that have businesses or residents in the town that are living there will come out and help, because it's everyone's town. People living out the country, anyone that just wants an hour on a lovely sunny evening, come out, between 7 and 8 any Monday evening. Just call into the square there. And it's lovely. They were cleaning, I think I was passing the other day, down by the church and the GA, and they were out there last Monday evening. I think the Rosary was going on the church at the same time. It was a real community event altogether. There was so much happening. But it's lovely to see them. Yeah. It really is. And there's great credit due to them, because the town, every summer, it looks fabulous. And with the festival, starting again, coming back this year, the August weekend, it'll be lovely to have it ready. So any Monday evening between 7 and 8, just appear in the square in Scariff.
And of course, it's not just for the Tidy Towns competition and to get extra marks. I mean, it's our town, and it's where we are, where we live, and we like to be proud of it.
Of course, it's our pride of place, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, and I suppose on a different subject, vaccines are available again.
Yes, the second booster, Jim, has become available for anybody over 65 or anyone that's over 18 that has an underlying condition. And it's available in the medical centre. And you can go make an appointment there on a Tuesday or a Thursday between 10:30 and 12 noon. Or else you can, there's a walk-in clinic there on a Tuesday and Thursday afternoon between 2:30 and 4:30. So it's available there. And their number is 921-123 if anybody wants to ring and make further inquiries. And of course, you also have Harry O'Mara Total Health Pharmacy as well. They're also doing the vaccines as well. As far as I know, it's just a walk-in vaccine. You don't have to make an appointment, but I'm sure if you just want to ring 921-028, if you just want to ring that as well, just to check, just to make sure as to what suits. So, I mean, anybody over 65, it's time to get your vaccine, or anyone over 18 that is immunocompromised. So, as we said, the doctor's 921-123 or Harry's 921-028 for any further information.
Okay, and if I'm right in thinking, I think it's 4 months or something like that you need. It must be at least that since your last boost, or since you've
had COVID.
And of course, so many people have had COVID over the last few months. Since Christmas in particular.
Yeah. And most people would have had their last booster before Christmas. So I suppose like that, if you've had COVID since Christmas, just check the dates. Yeah. They'll have a record of that anyway, because, usually most people have written down, or they'll remember well when they had COVID.
Yeah. No, that's brilliant. Okay, so hopefully people will avail of that as you say, in the medical centre and in
O'Mara's Total Health Pharmacy.
The phone number again for the medical centre
921-123, and O'Mara's Pharmacy is 921-028. And a compliment to the both of them. They've dealt brilliantly with all the vaccination clinics that have been rolled out for the last couple of years.
That's right. Well, you'll know from the radio here that they were both the medical centre and the O'Mara's Pharmacy. They really put measures in place and provided a most brilliant service.
Absolutely.
To the community right around East Clare.
They did,
during lockdowns
and they were at risk as well, They really were, but they took all precautions, and they provided a fantastic service for everybody. Absolutely. And well done to all involved.
And delivered information as well through the radio or through newsletters or through whatever.
Kept everybody updated, which was fantastic.
They did indeed. Okay, I suppose, Marie, it's hurling season, and Clare are flying it. And as we speak, they're in the Munster final next weekend, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
But there's some of our own hurling youngsters have been shining and putting their foot forward over the last while.
Yeah, and I suppose there's a big resurgence, of the fact we haven't had matches for so long, and all of a sudden, as you said, Clare are flying it, and Scariff are doing well as well in the Clare Cup, and it's great to see. You'll be giving out at times, but it's great to see the hurling boots coming out again, and the jerseys needed to be washed and everything. It's great. There's a great buzz around the place, and of course there's a local derby tomorrow. Jim, Scariff are playing Whitegate, of course, tomorrow morning as well. Yeah. So that'll be a bit of excitement as well,
Yes,
but yes,
lovely, a friendly encounter.
Absolutely. So the primary game, of course, features for all these big matches as well. So for the last couple of weeks, there has been a primary game for boys and girls during the half-time for the big matches inside in Cusack Park. And Ruby Wiley Murphy featured I think 2 weeks ago for that big match as well. During halftime, they get to play. I think is it 7-a-side or
Yes,
something?
that's
It's
right.
done every year before the matches. But of course, they've missed out the last couple of years. So as far as I'm aware, it's 6th class children from various places in East Clare go in, and so many are picked. And Donegal McKenna featured last weekend in as well in Cusack Park as well for the Clare game. So a big shout out to Ruby Wiley Murphy and Donegal McKenna. They've represented Scariff and they've represented Clare at a very young age, and it's they get the jersey that says the primary game and everything, and it's brilliant. It's great for them.
Yeah, and so many people, who start out representing their schools and their county in the primary game go on to, lots of the top players.
Yes.
I won't say they started out in the primary game, but they took part in the primary game when they were in primary school.
Yeah, that could be one of their first claim to fame, as it were.
It could. I remember, Brendan Bugler started out.
No,
He
right,
took
okay.
part. Andrew Fahey was in the primary
Right,
game. So,
yeah. Okay.
loads of youngsters.
Sign of things to come, Jim.
It is indeed,
Yeah,
hopefully.
brilliant.
Yeah. Okay, Marie, sure, that's brilliant. That's great news. Apart from the sad news of Sean's passing, and again we offer our sincere sympathies to not just his family but his friends and his colleagues in Scariff GA, and again may he rest in peace. Yeah. The other things are going on as normal as they always do.
Yes,
between cake sales and tidy towns and vaccines and sport and everything.
Yeah. Life goes on.
Life goes on.
Yeah.
Okay, Marie, many thanks for joining us today in studio, and we'll talk to you again later in the summer.
Thanks, Jim. Cheers.